What's up, Lakers fans? Trevor Lane here, senior writer for LakersNation.com, and this is the Lakers Nation news feed. Today, we're going to be talking all about the Jimmy Butler trade that finally happened. Jimmy Butler is no longer a Minnesota Timberwolf, but before we get to everything that's going on with that trade and what it means for your Los Angeles Lakers, let's talk a little bit about Fanatics. Fanatics is an amazing apparel company that has partnered with us. They are great. They provide tons of NBA gear, giving you everything you could ever ask for in Lakers gear. And they have a jersey assurance program. If you buy a player's jersey and that player is traded within 90 days, Fanatics will replace your jersey with another player from your favorite team or your favorite player's jersey with their new team. So you don't have to worry about a trade going down and then you not being able to wear that expensive jersey that you just bought. They, again, have hundreds of Lakers products, including Nike and Fanatics branded fast break jerseys for LeBron James and all your other favorite Lakers players. Join Fanatics Rewards today and earn fan cash on every purchase. You can support this podcast and get free shipping on your order through December 31st by shopping Fanatics through our link at fanatics.com/LakersNation. Again, go check it out, fanatics.com/LakersNation. Get geared up, Lakers fans. So, Jimmy Butler finally traded. He is sent packing from the Minnesota Timberwolves. He is going to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for Robert Covington, Dario Saric, Jared Bayless, and a second-round pick, and it's going to be Jimmy Butler and Justin Patton leaving the Minnesota Timberwolves. Who wins this? Well, on the surface, you look at this, not too terrible of a deal. Even when I dig a little bit deeper, this isn't a bad deal for either team, really. You can kind of see what the Sixers are going for here. They're looking to win right now, and they're thinking that Jimmy Butler can be part of their big three. Right, so now they have a big three of Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, and of course, Joel Embiid. So those three players they're going to build around, and they felt like it was worth the gamble to go ahead and make the move to get Jimmy Butler right now, even though he will be a free agent next summer. They do seem to have some assurance that Butler would like to stick around and they can sign him long term. It is still a risk because who knows, maybe he changes his mind between now and July. But the Sixers felt like the East is wide open right now. You've got a number of teams at the top that are vulnerable. You've got the Milwaukee Bucks, the Toronto Raptors, the Sixers, certainly one of them. The Boston Celtics will be pushing for one of those spots as well. And when you look at those teams, you don't see that one team that's dominant. It's not like the West where it's the Golden State Warriors and then everyone else. The East kind of has these cluster of teams that all could make a case eventually for being the top team in the conference. And of course, throw in the Indiana Pacers as well. They've been playing some really good basketball. The East, I think, is more exciting than anybody expected it to be right now. Having a lot of fun watching some of those games. For the Wolves, I actually like this return. This isn't bad. No, it's not the 4 future first rounders that the Houston Rockets reportedly offered. But let's face it, 4 Houston Rockets firsts are going to be really, really late. Chances of you finding a Robert Covington and Dario Saric with 2 of those 4 picks are pretty slim. So I don't mind what the Wolves did here. I'm a big fan of Covington. I think he's a great fit with Tom Thibodeau. But overall, it's a little bit underwhelming in the sense that they didn't get any first rounders. But again, given Jimmy Butler's contract status, that he's not coming back, the Wolves have very little leverage. I think they did just fine here. Robert Covington is a good player. He's going to help them win right now. Dario Saric is very versatile, and he can do a lot of things out there on the floor as well. The second rounder is a second rounder. That's not a lot of value there. But overall, I think both sides did just fine. We will get a little bit deeper into the breakdown here, though, because we need to talk about what this means for your Los Angeles Lakers. See, nothing in the NBA happens in a vacuum. Right? It's not like 2 teams making a trade only impact those 2 teams. It's also going to impact the rest of the league, sometimes in a minuscule way, sometimes in a major way. For the Lakers, this trade impacts them in a few ways. First of all, you can make the argument that the Wolves are now weaker. I mean, we're seeing a superstar in Jimmy Butler, and don't come at me and tell me Jimmy Butler's not a superstar, folks. He is. Go look at his stats. Go look at what he's done. Jimmy Butler is a superstar in this league. No, he's not a LeBron or a KD level superstar, but he is still a superstar level player. So Jimmy Butler is out of the West. On the surface, hey, good thing for the Lakers. I'm not so sure that this causes Minnesota to take a step back, though, because there was so much turmoil around Jimmy Butler. Chemistry is a real thing in the NBA. It is a real factor in how teams play, whether or not they win or lose. And Minnesota's chemistry is going to be better with Jimmy Butler gone. They no longer have that distraction. So even though Covington and Saric don't offer that talent that Jimmy Butler had, I'm not so certain that this doesn't actually help the Wolves. I mean, it is nice to have another star out of the Western Conference, but again, I don't think the Wolves take too big of a step back here. In a way, Jimmy Butler losing him is addition by subtraction. It does mean, however, that Jimmy Butler will probably not be on the market next summer. And we know that your Lakers have gone to great lengths to make sure that they have enough cap space to chase another max level free agent. They declined to bring back Julius Randle. They made sure that all their signings this summer were just 1-year deals. Did all of this to ensure that they would be able to bring in a second star to play alongside LeBron James next summer. And now Jimmy Butler could be off the market. If he is already telling Philadelphia, hey, I'm going to stick around, and he indeed does that, then that means Jimmy Butler and Kyrie Irving are now both off the market next summer before they even really hit free agency. And then you're looking at, I mean, hey, still a good group, right? We've got Kevin Durant, you've got Klay Thompson, okay, you've got some players like that. You also have like a Chris Middleton, a DeMarcus Cousins, guys like that who are maybe second tier right now, especially depending on how Cousins comes back. But the bottom line is that the superstar market dwindles a little bit. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing because the Lakers have one less target. And I saw people responding on Twitter saying, oh, the Lakers didn't want him anyway. No, don't sound like a bitter ex and say, oh, the Lakers didn't want Jimmy Butler or he's not a true star or any of those sorts of things. Jimmy Butler can fit in with just about any team. The defense he plays would have been a great fit alongside LeBron James. The Lakers would have been happy to have him. No, he's not Kawhi. Right? He's not a Kawhi level player. He's not a Kevin Durant level player. Those are the guys the Lakers are going to go after first and foremost. But if they settled on Jimmy Butler, the Lakers would have been happy with that. And I think Lakers fans would have been happy with him once they saw him out there playing every night. So this means one less superstar level player for the Lakers to chase. No, he wasn't their top target. He wasn't Kevin Durant. He's not Kawhi Leonard. Right? But he would have been an option, and that's now gone. However, the Philadelphia 76ers will now not have max cap space, assuming they bring Jimmy Butler back, which means they won't be a threat to steal away some of the Lakers' targets that are on the market. So pros and cons, you take the good with the bad. Ultimately, they probably would be better off having another star on the market than having one less competitor out there. But still, you know, it is what it is. The Lakers will have to figure out a way to land one of these guys, and Jimmy Butler is now no longer an option. What about the Lakers themselves? What does this move tell us about the whole dynamic, the whole free agent spending dynamic? The Sixers were frustrated last summer. They were frustrated by the fact that they had cap space. They had a good young team. They had this sort of air around them of positivity. They're seen as one of the up-and-comers. The Eastern Conference got weaker because LeBron left, and they still weren't able to bring in that top-flight talent. They didn't bring in LeBron. They didn't bring in Paul George, right? Everything looked wide open for them, and they weren't able to land that star. So the Sixers kind of took that lesson to heart and decided, hey, we're going to make the move right now. If we have to give up a few of our young pieces, and let's not kid ourselves, Saric and Covington are valuable pieces. If we have to give them up in order to get a star, we do it. Could the Lakers take a similar approach? If the Lakers are hearing, by the time of the trade deadline, which is in February, if the Lakers are hearing that Kawhi's going to stay, that KD isn't going to come, that he's going to either stay in Golden State or he's going to go to say, New York or wherever, that these guys, Klay Thompson isn't leaving, these guys are not becoming Lakers, could they then become more aggressive on the trade market, knowing that LeBron James needs that other star to play with, right? He needs another piece. You can see it with the way the Lakers are playing right now. The young guys have a lot of potential, but that temptation for the Lakers to make a move like the 76ers did and go and get somebody right now is going to be really, really strong. They're going to be faced with either not getting LeBron the help he needs and then maybe having an upset LeBron, or go ahead and move some of these young pieces in order to get somebody to help right now. And I'd have to think that they would strongly consider getting the help now and trying to make a move in order to land somebody and make sure they don't come up empty. Because what they can have happen is they come up empty next summer. Now, Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka appear to be very confident that they're going to land someone next summer. And maybe they know something already. Maybe they've heard through the grapevine that somebody is coming. But you know what? a year ago, we all assumed that Paul George was going to be a Laker, and that didn't happen. Sometimes the best laid plans don't work out. Things fall through. Things happen. So if there is a move out there, you have to wonder if the Lakers will be aggressive in making it. If they'll take a path like the 76ers did and try to land someone right now. A lot to break down from this, a lot of ripple effects from this move. We'll see how both these teams play now that their rosters have changed. It's going to be really interesting. And of course, this is just another example of the NBA being the absolute best when it comes to professional sports. There's 10 games on today, and this huge, massive blockbuster trade goes down. We've been hearing about Jimmy Butler going to Houston, Jimmy Butler to Miami, and then this kind of comes out of the blue where he's traded to the 76ers. So gotta love the NBA, gotta love the intrigue and the drama and everything that comes with it. Guys, thanks so much for listening. If you have any comments, thoughts on the Jimmy Butler trade, or what you think the Lakers should do from here, should they try to land a win now piece, or should they just stay the course and wait till next summer to land a top free agent and keep their fingers crossed? Let me know. Reply in the comments if you're on LakersNation.com. If you're listening to this on YouTube, go ahead and respond down in the comment section there. Or if you are listening on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, leave us a rating, rate, review, and subscribe to the show. And then let me know what you think about the whole Jimmy Butler trade in our review section. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. My name is Trevor Lane. You can follow me on Twitter at Trevor_Lane. Till next time. See ya.